Oh, there's no one knows better how to unglue a hand from a road surface or another object than that special task force. It's not just that, to be fair, that they do, though, using those solvents to dissolve the super glue, but they are also experts at taking people from precarious positions, such, of course, as the QE2 bridge there over in Dartford as well. So it has been another day of disruption, and it will continue because these protesters, Just Stop Oil and Extinction Rebellion, say that this is going to be their game plan in the days and weeks ahead. We saw here on Victoria Street as the police moved in to arrest those who had been blocking the roadway for some 2 hours. Obviously, they have to get the specialist teams in place to be able to unglue them in the first place. They'd also had to unglue some other protesters outside the Department of Business and Energy who had sprayed some tomato soup over the sign, which is, again, another tactic they seem to use. Quite why they use tomato soup, we don't know. But a total of 10 people, we think, arrested here in Victoria Street sitting on the road, and then another couple arrested outside the Department of Business and Energy on Victoria Street. What was noticeable, I think, about this particular protest was how many members of the public were coming up and remonstrating with those people who were blocking this main thoroughfare down into Westminster. 8 different people that I counted in the hour and a half or so that I was here arguing with the protesters, including one chap, David McDonough, who operates a local business just here on Victoria Street, who was actually quite irate as well that the police seemed intent on moving him along rather than the protesters. Here's a look at that particular interaction.
Take it up with the government, not people who are living ordinary lives and trying to earn a living.
Well, I'm trying to live an ordinary life, and unfortunately, climate crisis is getting in the way of that
Oh,
at the
for
moment.
heaven's sake. Because I've just lost 3 customers coming to me today because your friends are sitting illegally in the streets without being moved.
Listen, what
I'm
a
just asking a
disproportionate argument. He's lost 3 customers whilst 33 million people in Pakistan have been displaced. Can we weigh that up a little bit, please? Come on, come on.
At the moment, we're investigating, confirming that we've got the full offence and the extraction.
What's the full offence? If you're sitting down and basically cutting off one of the main arterial roads in the centre of London, what more do you want?
Well, we've got to confirm disruption, made disruption to everyone.
Well, I'm giving you a jolly good reason for disruption.
Well, we're hearing your disruption, but there's other disruption, isn't there? There's people, there's the council who've got to get involved. So we're doing a full
That's a cop-out, obviously. Well, you know. That's a cop-out. It is my opinion. And it would be a lawyer's opinion too, of which there's several parked round the corner who are probably also having their meetings cancelled. Pathetic.
Well, there we are, the voice of the public. As you say, Mark, obviously a bit frustrated at what he sees certainly as a lack of police action and this whole question about, you know, when do you intervene when the highway's being obstructed. But that was down on the ground, and then we saw some pretty high-level protests earlier as well.
Yeah, I mean, from the policing point of view, Mark, they will say that, yes, they've got to determine that crime is being committed. They give those who are protesting the opportunity, repeatedly it seems, to move on from the protest that's causing the disruption before they then get their resources in place. And it's more than 50 odd police officers who were here for 2 hours while they dealt with this particular protest, and of course a significant emergency service response to that Dartford Bridge incident as well, which was clearly very dangerous for the 2 protesters who scaled the height of that bridge, but also the specialist police teams who had to go up and try to talk them down as well. This is what one of the protesters said in a video message that he sent from the top of that bridge.
Morning, I have climbed up this cable of the QE2 bridge of the M25 crossing the Thames. It's been really difficult. All we've had to grip onto this cable are some rope slings and our legs. I'm willing to do this kind of thing because because I'm not willing to sit back and watch everything I love burn for the rest of my life.
So that particular protester, we understand now, has been talked down from the bridge. That area is reopened now to traffic, but not before causing very extensive disruption. The same here on Victoria Street, and tying up, as I say, Mark, many members of the emergency services, in particular the police, 50 officers here for some 2 hours. And if you think that's them now going back to do the job that they want to do, which is to police London streets at a time when we're seeing record levels of violent crime, then you're mistaken, because they're now down in Parliament Square, where we're told that environmental protesters have gathered once again to start protesting, and we're just on our way down there.